you back. Do 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 do, take you back.
How you doing, Angel? What happened this week? When was the meeting with the commission?
Oh no, it went well.
Good.
Yeah,
you want to give
it
some
went
little details? You can't. Well, I mean, you here,
No,
so.
yeah, but
Huh?
I think
I feel you. I feel you.
Has the decision
you
been
know
made
what?
yet?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Now we good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Good.
perfect.
All right.
So he'll be in your corner.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
for
seeing
sure.
this one.
Okay. I want to get a confidence gauge real quick. Chavez and Canelo made a bet with their purses, but they rescinded it. Just to gauge your confidence level of your winning, would you say, like, if Keith won, you would have to cut his hair. If you lost, you would have to grow your hair. How confident are you in a win?
Yeah, I'm confident. I'll do that.
Would you wage something like that at that level, like
Yeah,
a purse
definitely.
like Canelo did, or something at that level?
I'm not a bettor. I've never been a gambler in my life because I already gamble when I step in the ring. You feel me? That's a, you gamble when you step in the ring. It's like you're taking a chance. Every time you step in that ring, you're taking a chance of getting hurt, or you risking your health. So I never been a gambler, but I would definitely place a bet. I'm 100% confident that I'll be the winner.
Pound for pound, do you expect to be on that list, like on everybody's? You're on some people's list,
Yeah.
but just like ESPN, Ring Magazine, everybody's pound for pound list.
Yeah.
Is it time for Danny Garcia to finally get recognized on that list?
Yeah, definitely. I mean the ring magazine.
Golden boy.
Yeah, that's Oscar, so he probably never put me on there. But it's politics. But it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I fight to win. I fight to win. I fight to secure my family's future, and that's what it's all about. And that's why we train so hard, for those two reasons. And I'm gonna go out there and get the fans Saturday night something to watch.
Keith talks a lot about legacy. He has a lot of angst towards pay-per-view and talks of money. He's kind of anti that. How important is legacy to you?
It's
Being
very
great.
important. It's very important. But my legacy in my career, I have more milestones than him. I'm a multiple world champion. You could say this is his biggest fight. I've been in big fights before, and definitely. I mean, I never be like, I'm just gonna fight for my legacy, because every championship fight is a part of history. So that's just gonna calculate by itself, your legacy. So that's what that is.
Keith has that whole saying that he goes true welterweight. Everything with him is a true welterweight. The eyeball test, looking at you guys yesterday, both shirts off, ripped. You, to me, look like the bigger man.
Yeah.
How do you feel seeing him face to face now that you guys are close to weight?
I definitely, people say he's the bigger man because he's been at that weight longer than me. That's why people say he's a bigger man. But physically, I'm taller than him. I'm wider than him. I have a bigger back than him. I really can't see his legs. I don't know if he has chicken legs. I don't know what he got, but I'm the fresher welterweight out of the two of us. Definitely. I know he gets big in between fights. He loses a lot of weight, and I know that feeling because I was at 140 doing that. And I know after a while it catches up to you. It catches up to you losing all that weight, coming down and fighting at a high level. So I know that catches up to you. And come Saturday night, we're not banking on that, but I know the toll it takes on your body to lose a lot of weight. That's why I say I'm the fresher welterweight. I'm the stronger welterweight, and it's gonna show Saturday night.
I'm just curious, how much weight were you cutting like the night before to get down to 140?
Well, I never really, the most weight I have to lose the day before a fight is probably about 3 or 4 pounds.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. But it's just the camp, the discipline you have to do through camp. Like me, I'm not the type of fighter I'll lose 10 pounds in one day in big weight. I don't do that. I cut it shortly through camp. So sparring, feeling weak and things like that, getting down a weight, it cannot be good for you. And I think every fighter should worry about
Health.
every fighter should worry about their health and getting better instead of training to lose weight.
Exactly.
When you train to lose weight, you're not working on nothing because you're just angry. You just wanna.
How you train?
Yeah, it's like
Different camp.
I don't care about that. It just
Yeah. Beat us
let me
up
just
over the
lose
head.
weight. You know what I
Do it
mean?
the right way.
So I think it's important that we've been training to get better. I'm more happy now. I mean, I'm not always real happy, but most of the time I'm happy because it's a hurt business. But I feel good. I'm confident, and I'm ready to go and fight.
Angel, what was in that letter that Danny was supposed to read?
I know y'all would like that one.
I tell Danny people change all the time. Listen, Danny had a great personality. I'm not saying he's always a great guy, like quiet, humble. I tell him be you, be funny, whatever. Just people like that. I mean, I don't know.
That's a lot of reasons.
I know people love him more now, but.
What it is, like, when you losing weight, you don't feel like talking, you know what I mean? It's like bullshit, like. So I was like, it's not having personality, but it's not in me right now because my mind is on like a cheesesteak or something.
What food do you miss the most when you're in training camp?
What do I miss the most?
What food?
Oh man, I just
Everything.
I need everything.
I eat everything, man.
All carbs?
I eat donuts, like. I should have been a cop.
Oh man.
No, I love donuts, dog. Like, I don't know why. I wish I could have a donut right now.
This is a question for both you guys. Now, Danny, you say that you're constantly fighting for respect with the fight critics and fight fans. And Angel, is it difficult to keep your son on track and not to deviate from his game plan? When he's just thinking about fighting for respect and earning that respect?
I don't think
we don't do
No,
that.
okay.
Yeah, we don't do it for the glory.
Mhm.
We do it for him, like, and I make sure he's okay. Right? We don't feed into. That's the good thing about that. He stays composed. We don't feed into all that.
Right.
When you feed into that, you worry about the wrong stuff. You need to worry about his getting, like he just said 2 minutes ago. He's getting better at it. When you worry about the dumbest things, like watching tapes on another fighter, and the trainer's there sitting there 3 hours with the other fighter and telling him what to do, and then he's wasting time because he's worrying about the wrong shit. He's worrying about the guy in the video. He's not worrying about the guy next to him. So when they go to a fight, they're confused because half of the game plan goes south of the border. There is no game plan in boxing. You can have a game plan just because you fought him, beat him with a jab, don't mean you're going to beat him with a jab.
Right.
Don't work like that. People fall on their chest. Old school shit, man. It's like hitting tire with a sledgehammer. Come on, you're going to have a backache. You're going to bust your back, man. You better get good insurance after that.
Right.
Who
Danny,
does that? Who gets a bad hit with a slug hand? Come on, man. It's old training.
what do you
So
care?
we live in technology.
Right. What do you care most? Is building that legacy or those paychecks that you're earning? Those nice 7 figures.
I'm building my legacy. Like I said before, the legacy just comes.
Right.
It comes. You can't chase that. You can't chase money either. You can't chase none of them.
You can't love
You can't
money.
chase money because
Women love money.
You can't chase. Look, you can't
Man
chase.
can't love money.
Yeah, you can't chase money because when you get desperate, you're gonna try to take the shortcut, and that's when you're gonna fail. You can't chase the money. So, everything I've done in the sport of boxing is for the love of the sport, and I was blessed enough to have a good team, and I was blessed enough to get rewarded. I was blessed enough to win world championships. I was blessed enough to fight on high stage. So that's basically it, man. When I started boxing, I didn't box because I wanted money. I boxed because I wanted a trophy. I wanted to show my friends my trophy. I wanted to show them, yo, I got a trophy. Like, I wanted to be cool in the neighborhood. So that's why I was boxing. I didn't box because I didn't know the value of money. I didn't know the value of a dollar when I was a kid. That came later, you know what I mean? So, and of course now, I'm a prize fighter and I got a family. So of course I'm fighting for the money. A fighter tells you he's not fighting for the money, then he might should just.
Well, you just said it yourself, prize fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fighting
I'm
for a prize
a
money.
pugilist, it's a prize fighter. So we fight for money. But yeah, it's definitely, like I said, I fight for the love of the sport. I was blessed enough to get a prize for it. I'm blessed enough to win world titles. And that's it. I mean, pretty much nothing else.
Hey, Dan, when did you realize, and this, I'll follow up with you too, when did you realize that you were actually better than good at boxing? Like, how old were you, and when was that moment that you realized that?
I always knew I was good, but I just didn't, when I was an amateur, I knew I was a good fighter. I was learning how to do things faster than other fighters. Like, they would be like, yo, that took that kid to learn a shoulder roll. It took me like a year to learn that, and you learned like a week. Like, a pullback, you learned it quick. So, I learned a lot of things quick, but I always knew I was better, but I just needed to, I didn't care, when I was an amateur. I just did it because it was fun. I wanted trophies. Well, then when I got older, I used to go to tournaments and I used to hang around, fight, and I would lose, and I would just go to a pool, eat hot dogs, and I'm living life. Like, I'm from Philly. Like, I get on airplanes, I get to travel. I didn't care really about winning until one day my pop was like, look, man, if you don't win this next tournament, like, I'm going to whoop you. I was like, oh, you ain't getting none of this, you ain't getting that. I was like, shit. I was like, damn. After that, I won everything.
How old are you? And besides,
when he did that, I was 14. 14 to 15.
like 12 years old.
No, I was older. Damn, he about to kill me at 12.
How did he kill you? I just woke your ass up. That's it. The thing was, Danny was against the fighter from the beginning. When he was 5 years old, I used to tell my friends, he's going to be a fighter. He told me, everybody dreams big with their kids. If you tell your friend right now, your son is 5 running around, you say he'll be a fighter, they're going to look at you crazy. And I used to say, he's going to be, he said, how you know? I said, there's something about him, the way he carries himself. We always was in the game, we've been around boxing. His uncle was a 132-pound champ. But not in the street, but he was in penitentiary with Bernard. He was the 132-pound champ. When Bernard was the middleweight champ in penitentiary, the state penitentiary, greatest for Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My cousin, my brother-in-law was 132-pound champ. So boxing had been around us all our life. So when he was 5, I used to tell my friends he's going to be a fighter. They used to say, now they ask me, how did you know that? It was the way he carried himself. So I knew it was my job to get focused in life and discipline myself to focus on him, on my kids. But I had to focus. See, I be like the Jews. The Jews, they focus on the most gifted son. They love them all, but they spend all their money in the smoke. In America, they do it for the old. The oldie gets everything. He go to college. By the time they realize they spent all the money, he was the dummy in the family. I'm not saying my son was the dummy. I'm just putting a point. So I knew that the youngest, not only the youngest, he was the one that I had to push forward. So if he pushed himself, me pushing him, he pushed the fans what he's doing today. Because Danny's a good son. That separates Thurman from Danny. He asked for it. We never chased him around asking for fights, calling Thurman out. We never called nobody out. Danny did this from the muscle. We did this from the muscle. We did this from fighting whoever they put in front of. We never picked and scratched nobody. When we was with Shelly Finkel's the, I'm not going to say the worstest manager, but he kind of the worstest manager. Okay? I don't know how he still got his hand in the cookie jar. What's wrong with this shit?
Danny,
Keith, all week, with Showtime, all access. Yesterday in the gym, his whole thing's been, your daddy can't fight for you. You know?
That's obvious.
But he's made it a point saying that it's not really, he's kind of taking the importance away from having your dad in your corner. But we go back to the Matisse fight. Your dad slaps you in the corner. You're losing that fight, down a couple rounds. You charge up. Yeah. You know, how important is that, you having your pops in your corner and that edge?
It's chemistry.
See, but then you said he was losing to Matisse. You look at that tape, Danny wasn't losing.
No, I'm just saying, yeah,
no, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to put you down. What I'm saying is the announcers had him losing. Mm-hmm. The announcers, so people don't know nothing about it. They listen to that bullshit. So every time you listen, while you watch boxing, you turn your volume down. Judge it yourself. Get a scorecard.
No, it's definitely the chemistry, though. You know, every great fighter has a good chemistry with a coach.
But that's a charge-up, right? You know, having your pops there in your corner, that gives you that extra edge. It wouldn't be the same if he wasn't there.
Yeah,
no, it's never the same with your blood. Somebody that love you. Because you could have a father, but not mean he's a good dad. He could be a jerk. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is trusting the person. When you could trust somebody, look in their eyes and say, he really telling me, jump off the bridge, I'm going to grab you in the bottom. Or say, come down this alley, dark alley, and say, come here. I got something for you. Come get this paper.
Hey, Danny, you mentioned that your father said to create your own personality because you're a little quieter. He's got the louder personality, so to speak. But since you've been at 147, you seem to joke around and you seem a little more alive. Is it because you were having a hard time making weight at 140?
Yeah, that's what it was. Man, I wasn't happy. That's just it. Like, who's happy after losing like 20 pounds? You know what I mean? It's like the week of the fight, you're doing interviews. Just the least thing you want to do is do interviews and talk and see other people drink water. It's like I don't want to be around that.
From a marketing and promotional standpoint, you're not as outspoken or X-rated as your father. Yeah. How do you feel that him, like being more so the mouthpiece for you, how do you feel that that's helped your career?
I feel it's good. Maybe I would be, but he say everything you need to say, and I don't need to say nothing. So he say everything that I just come out there, thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you Saturday night. I put the hard work in, you feel me? That's basically it. But, I mean, it's good. It's what rattles the, that's what people want to see anyway. I mean, people talk good about it, but people like drama. That's the life we live in right now. That's the era we live in where everything's an Instagram meme, so.
Right. Yeah, so looking at, the different reactions on social media, it seems as though, I'm not going to say it seems as though, it is that you get a lot of heat because of your pomp. So, like, I've noticed that people look at you as a good boxer.
Why don't come
They look at you as a good boxer.
They're scared of you, that's why. They think I'm quiet. They think I'm sweet.
Yeah, they look at you as a good boxer, but then they listen to him and they be like, oh, well, we want Danny to lose. Like, how do you feel about that?
No, it is what it is, man. A lot of people want me to win, believe it or not. A lot of people want me to lose. I think that's where everybody. Maybe I might take a little more heat than other people, but it is what it is. At least I'm getting attention. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters wish they had attention. A lot of fighters wish they were getting, followers or comments. Some fighters ain't got nothing, barely. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed, man. I feel good. It is what it is. Pop's been talking shit for like 6 years already, so I'm used to it. I'm pretty sure y'all used to it.
Angel, what makes your son so much better than Keith Thurman?
The resume. Not only the resume. Danny's a great fighter, man. I don't know if people can see it, bro.
That's how I look at
working
it.
in God's time, bro. What happens is when you work in God's time, everything for us was never, like I said earlier, we never picked and scratched. Every time they gave me somebody. If you look at Danny's resume, I fought a guy. I always say this story because it's hard to believe this story because somebody look at me. I mean, that's one thing I will never do, lie to nobody. When we was in a 2-pound, Oscar de la Hoya and 2-pound Stevie, Danny was fighting on that undercard in California in a Home Depot Center. Danny had a guy who was 6-4, a Mexican kid. Danny was 5-0. They came to me an hour before the fight, Shelley. Because Shelley, we didn't start with Al-Haim. We started with Shelley. That's why I say Shelley ain't no joke, bro. If you go through the career with Shelley, you better fight your ass off for peanuts. Okay? Elephant peanuts at this. Okay? So they came to us an hour before the fight, said the guy you fight, he's out. I said, okay. Robert Diaz. Ask Robert Diaz. He's the Golden Boy match.
Yeah.
Or Eric Gomez. Ask them if we ever turn anybody down. Anybody. First name. When Matisse said, jump in a little bit. When Matisse said, they gave me 5 names. Who you fight? I said, who's the killer? He said, this kid is the guy. I said, bring the killer. That's what we want. See, that was meant to be. But when you do like him, Thurman, calling people, that's not destiny. There's destiny for us because we never call. This is meant to be right here. See, he wanted it, so he predicted it, so that's not destiny. See, I'm superstitious. I believe in God, so that's the difference between Dirk and us. We took that fight out before in California, 28, 18 KO, 11 losses, Southpaw. And Danny went out there, I went upstairs, said, champ. Well, he was in the champ at the time, but he was the champ.
Right.
I said, Danny, change the plan. He said, Dad, what's that? He was taking a nap. I said, you ain't fighting the kid no more, 6-4. There's the guy they got for you. 28 winning, 18 KO, 11 losses. Southpaw. He said, Dad, let's do it. Danny went out there and beat the shish kebabs out this guy. How would you tell him, if you can't beat a guy like this, because that's an opponent. His record's crazy, yes, of kid 5-0. He went and beat the macaronis out. That's what I need you to
stay if you want to get Keith right here. We're going to switch the fighters.
Thank you, Angel.
All right, bro. See you later.
See you later.